It's Wednesday. You know what time it is. It's time for your boy to bring you some joy. That's right. That's right. PowerDirector University Q&A live. And I'm coming directly into your homes, into your hearts, and into your editing suites. Okay? I'm here to bless you with some blessings. Okay? So, let me run down how things work around here. As you all know, this live stream lasts 1 hour, okay? Una hora solamente. Because I got a wife in there who's giving me some rules to live by. Happy wife, happy life. And I'm going to go ahead and get down with those. So I'll be on here for 1 hour answering your questions, talking about all things PowerDirector, film, yada, yada, yada. You know how it goes down, people. We do it every Wednesday, all right? We do it every freaking Wednesday, and we do it well, I must say. Now, we got the usual suspects in the room, okay? I saw Sue. I saw my man Peter Milner. I saw the top 40 researcher. Yes, I saw you all in there doing your thing. Cyber editing in the house as well. You got Steve Williams, my man. 50 grand, Steve Williams. You know, the usual suspects. We're all here for the camaraderie and the joy that the PowerDirector community brings together for all of us. So, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the business. See what's going on in the chat. Oh, we got our first question already. All right, so we got behind the eight ball says, once I produce a project, can I delete the file which contained the various items I used? You can delete the file. If you're talking about the .pds file, that's the PowerDirector script file, you can delete it. Now, my question to you would be, why? Okay, just why? I don't see a reason to get rid of it as long. Okay, I'll put it to you this way. If you're going to get rid of all the files you use and you're not going to keep all the files, yeah, might as well get rid of the project file too. Get rid of the PDS file. You're not keeping any of the video, the other files that you use to make your project, yeah, you might as well get rid of it. But what I always recommend doing is doing a pack project. So in PowerDirector, after you've saved your project, or even like at the end, just go and do pack project material. So let me go ahead and give you a gander of what I'm talking about here. So let's say I had a project with some stuff going on and I wanted to save it. I could do File and Pack Project Materials. When you do that, you're going to save everything that you used in the project, all of those files, as well as the .pds file, the script file that pulls up your project, and you can pick a location to save them all together. So I'm going to go to my external drive here, and I will go here and show you that look at all these versions of PowerDirector I got on here. These are all like tutorials that I've made over the many, many years of doing this. And if I go here to PowerDirector 21, which is the current version, you'll see all of the tutorials that I've made so far. You'll see some that have not been uploaded yet. But if I go to, like, let's say the last one I did, the Matrix. So if I open this one up, you'll see right now it says no items match your search or whatever, because I'm not really searching. This is selecting a folder to put things in. So my bad, but let me show you what's in there so you can see. So if I go in here, as soon as it's finished, you'll see here's the file, right, that I had in there. This is the saved file, the PDS file, and these are the files that I use to actually make the video. So if I double left click on this, what will happen is it'll ask me if I want to combine this with the other files, yada, yada. I'll say no. And do I want to merge the project? No, I'm going to get rid of the stuff that's on the timeline. And what it'll do is it will take the entire project and all of the files. It will bring all of those back into PowerDirector, and it will put all of the files back into the timeline just as it was when I packed the project. So archive all of your projects. After you're done making a project, you never know like when you might want to use it again. You never know when you might want to go back to it and look at an element of it or use a file that was in it or something like that. So I would just say always pack your project and keep the PDS file. Now, once again, if you're going to get rid of all of these, like all of these files that I use, if you're just going to delete all of those, you might as well just delete the PDS file too. Doesn't make any sense to keep that if you don't have the files that went with it. So that is all. All right. Next, we got my man, Peter J. Milner, my head moderator in charge, who says, good evening, Malik, and everyone else. Thank you, Peter, for being in the room and helping to manage all of these knuckleheads for me. All right. Top 40 researcher. Good morning, afternoon, and evening all. Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining me. You know I got to have me some top 40 in my life, so appreciate you for jumping in here and hanging out with your boy. Of course, the aforementioned Steve Williams. Evening all. And, of course, he had to drop a made it this time. Yeah, you made it this time, Steve. I appreciate you. You were early this time, too, my brother. You weren't late. I love you. Thank you so much. All right. We got Chasing My Asian Queen. What's going on, Chasing My Asian Queen? Thank you for being part of the live stream. Says good evening, everyone. So, yes, it is. And I almost forgot. Sue, Video Moments Productions. Good evening from San Diego, California. Hey, in the building. San Diego, my sister, my nephews, my mom, they're all in San Diego. They love it out there. I need to go out there. You know, we see each other on trips and stuff like that, but I need to make my way to San Diego and check them out. You know, I might even have to drop through and give you a visit. All right. Let's see here. All right. Cyber Editing says, yo, what's up, Malik? What's up, Cyber Editing? Appreciate you for stopping through as always. And then, of course, we all know that heterogeneity rocks. It says, hey, everyone, but I can't speak, okay? I don't have a good grasp of the English language, all right? Heather, the Ceniac fan, says, sup? What's up? How you doing? Fanfic Universal Macro says, hi, thanks for your channel. You're welcome. You know, I'm blessed to be doing this. I've been doing this for a minute. Like you saw a minute ago, I've been doing this since like PowerDirector 8. It's crazy to think about how many years I've been like doing things in the community for PowerDirector and helping out all of my PD peeps and things like that, man. It's all love, though. So thank you for giving me the shout out. Black Dog Adventures in the building says, what's up? What's up, Black Dog Adventures? Thank you for coming through again. You know, I'm just surprised that so many people come back to hang out with me every Wednesday. That's what the surprise is in my mind. I don't even get what the attraction is, but I appreciate you. All right. Oh, we got Courtney in the house. What's up, Courtney? She says, hey, y'all. What's up, Courtney? Always blessing us with your presence. Appreciate you. All right. Heather the Ceniac fan says, my first PowerDirector live stream. Well, I do them every Wednesday at the same time. Now, I will say this. Last week, some of my Australian friends came through late, but that is because the United States is like one of them countries that like changes their time zones and things like that. It changes their time, jumping forward, jumping back. And a lot of other countries don't do that mess. I think we're going to stop doing it like next year. Can't wait. But yeah, that kind of messed up some of my people last week, man. So, you know, it is what it is. But as long as you keep up with the time zones, you can catch me every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Claude coming through with a question. It says, I have a question about keyframing for basic animations. I know you can use the 3D text to make some cool motion graphic stuff, But how do you do it without just text? How do you do it without just text? So, the few different things you can do, like, now there are limitations because PowerDirector doesn't have, like, it's not a compositor where you can like change the camera angles and stuff like that. And right now you can't like truly rotate things on an axis, right? Now, I don't know if you have seen, but I've made a few videos like you said with the text. You can do 3D, you can change like to use certain symbols like a cube or a circle and things like that, because you can use like a text called wingdings. So if you use wingdings text, you can use any of the symbols that by typing on your keyboard that wingdings will create, and you can make those 3D just like you do with the text. So you could do that. The only other thing that you can do is when you're in PowerDirector, let me see if I can do this real quick. All right, so when you're in PowerDirector, you see that you have these white nodes, but there's also blue nodes. So if you place your cursor up there, you can see that the bottom right of the cursor now has a little blue square. If I move it up further, it goes away. But I can use keyframes and these blue portions here to create the illusion that it's moving in space. Like you can see what I just did right here. Like it kind of looks like it's moving. It has like some depth to it based on how you move this, right? Now we all know it's just 2D, but just by using these blue nodes, you can actually create the perception of depth, right? So I do a tutorial where I actually use these nodes to go ahead and create like a spinning or flipping rotation. So let me see if I can find that for you. So here it is. It's called How to Spin Videos on a Dime.
What's good, my flippin' PowerDirector peeps? Today, I'm going to show all of my PowerDirector students how to spin videos on a dime using PowerDirector. If you're new to my channel and you want to learn how to use PowerDirector, when you're done watching this tutorial, you'll be able to rotate a video on a horizontal plane. It creates a smooth rotation over time instead of just flipping a video.
So as you can see, that's just like one example of how you can use those nodes. I've just showed you a little demo of it, of how you can actually use those nodes to create the perception of 3D space. But I think that the best way to go about doing it, if you have the capability to do so, is with like wingdings. Otherwise, it's just text. So there you go. Black Dog Adventures says, how do I clear all the clips from my timeline? All right, so a few different ways you can do that, my friend. So let's see. First way, if you do Control A on your keyboard, we'll make sure that you click on the timeline and do Control A. You'll select everything on your timeline, and then just hit the delete key and it will remove everything. Pretty simple. It's one way. Another way, if you right click on an empty space Let's see. Let me go ahead here to the end. So this is just another way to like remove tracks. You can remove empty tracks, remove the selected track. Not remove, I said enable. So basically my way to do it, unless you want to remove one thing at a time, just do Control A, hit delete. It will remove everything from your timeline. You can also, if you want to, this probably might be longer, but if you're a mouse person, you can shrink down the size of your timeline, hold down your left mouse, and you can lasso everything, and then hit delete, and it'll ask you, oh, I must have missed something, because it says remove and leave gap or whatever. So I obviously missed a clip when I did that. So now if I hit delete, I did the same thing. Let's see what I missed. I missed a bunch of stuff at the end, I guess. But anyway, there you go. You can lasso stuff and delete them. All of that goodness. So there you go. My man Paul Feiger says, update. NewBlue Effects has reissued at the Essentials. Deleted by Cyberlink. Doing business with them is a great idea. They reissued all the Essentials deleted by Cyberlink? So, tell me more. Is like NewBlue Effects, like did they say that they now are extending or they're opening up a license again under PowerDirector? Are they working with Cyberlink again? What is this fabulous news that I'm hearing? Because I know, like, look here, let me go to my effects and see what's happening. Let's see what's cracking. Let's see, we got some information from a man. So I'm going to go in here to third party. And let me click on NewBlue and see if I have a FX on them. Okay. Hold on. Good Lord. Good Lord. Okay, Paul. You trying to make my day, ain't you, boy? You trying to make my dang day. Well, I'll be. So, for those of you who did not know, oh, well, I still got some issues here. Which one is this? Oh, this is the paint effects. I'm not worried about that one. That's that free one. That ain't nothing. These are the ones I paid for. Okay, this one, no, it's a no-go. Okay, I got some no-goes on here. Let's see. So it looks like some of them are working. So, like, as long as I got my Chroma Key Pro, you know what I'm saying? As long as I got that one, I mean, I love a lot of these plugins, but this one right here is like, that's the key right there, baby. Chroma Key Pro. I don't know what's going on with these other ones. I guess they're video essentials, so they don't work. Only these NewBlue essentials are working right now. But they should all work. But anyway, hey, I appreciate it. So for those of you who don't know, NewBlue Effects made plugins for PowerDirector, and they were doing it for years. And we just talked last week about how like some of them were deleted and removed, and now all of a sudden they're back. Looks like some of them still have a watermark on them for some strange reason, at least for me, and other ones don't. But what had happened was PowerDirector actually, or NewBlue, stopped working with PowerDirector for some reason. They ended their relationship, their contract, whatever. So NewBlue was like, we're not making any more plugins for PowerDirector. And then they stopped working. Like if you didn't pay for them, like if you got free plugins, like that paint one I showed, they stopped working. And the ones you paid for were still working. But then recently it looked like those stopped working too. But Paul let us know now some of them are back. Now, hopefully they're all back. if there's like an article, a Google article or something, if you could share that with us. And Peter, if he tries to share a link or something, if you can, just let him share the link, you know. Or if you got a name of an article or something, I'll type it in and I'll share it with everybody else, Paul. So thank you for that info and that update, my brother. All right. MB has joined us. He says, hey, everyone, what's going on, MB? Thank you for dropping through. One of the usual suspects again. Heather, the Seniac fan, says, is it possible to make a music video using PowerDirector? It's possible to make any type of video that you want to using PowerDirector. A music video, a documentary, a full feature film. It depends on what your skill sets are as a videographer, as a person who's creating scripts, as a writer, producer, whatever, right? It depends on your skill set, what you know. It's not all about editing, right? It's about the things you do in pre-production, which is all the planning and getting ready, and then all the things you do in production. Those things, if you could do things outside of the NLE or the editor, that's the preferred way to do it. So if you know how to shoot, if you practice, you get all that stuff down, you get your angles right, you get your shots right, you get your motion on your camera right for your video, you understand what you're trying to, the story you're trying to tell in your music video. Yes, you can make any type of video with PowerDirector. I mean, now, are there some effects you can't do? Are there some, like, other features that it doesn't have? Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't make a music video. I've made many music videos with PowerDirector. It has nothing to do with, like, the editor. It has to do with me and the vision and what the person wants me to do in their video for them. I mean, there could be a music video of somebody just sitting there playing the guitar. I mean, it's really about the story and the vision, and if you have the wherewithal and the skill set to shoot it. That's what I say. But I'm just one guy, you know, that don't know much about none. Steve already told you. He said, his show is Steve, no. Oh, party people! Okay, so he says glasses, purple, yellow, diamond, la 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 la. I guess, hopefully, Peter, get rid of the trash. Thank you. You don't got to get rid of them, but at least mute them for a minute or something. And then if he tries something crazy again, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Behind the 8 Ball says, thanks, that helps me. You're welcome, sir. Malik, have you any experience of using a Stream Deck for PD? A Stream Deck. You talk about like the Elgato Stream Decks? I've used it, but I haven't used it with like PowerDirector. I've used it like for streaming before. I don't use the Stream Deck for streaming now. I use Loop Deck. Thanks to my man for putting me on to the Loop Deck. But yeah, I used to use like Stream Deck, but not for PowerDirector. One Delish says, what computer do I need for 4K? I'm looking at a Dell 9020. I don't know what computer you need because I don't know what specs the computer has, right? So I can't really tell you that. What I can tell you is if you want to be able to edit 4K video buttery smooth, no issues, I would go with like an i7, like 320 gigahertz or higher. I have an i9 processor. I would make sure that you have a solid state drive, not a hard drive. Make sure I have the SSD. Size really is up to you. 1 terabyte or higher, I would say, just to get you started. I would say you need to have a video graphics card, probably with I would say 8, maybe 8 gig or higher GPU, graphics processor unit, and you need to have a bunch of RAM. I would at least say 16 gigabytes of RAM. I roll with 32. That's me. I don't have issues like that when I do my thing. But if you can afford it, those are the specs that I would probably start off with. You could always go higher than those if needed and if you have the funds and you want to. Now, keep in mind, you might want to future-proof yourself. I remember when there was no 4K cameras. Okay, I'm an old mofo. Okay, there's already 6K and 8K cameras out there right now. They're not as many as there are 4K cameras because there aren't a lot of devices out there that can view 6K or 8K footage yet. But there are plenty monitors and televisions that can view 4K footage. So, you know, you might want to get some specs that you can up your game, and maybe you're comfortable doing like 6K or 8K videos because they're coming. They're coming, baby. It may not be here right now, but they are coming. Paul Feiger says, when we save our project and plan on working on it in the future, should you pack them, then save as? While I'm working, I do save as, right? Because I want to have multiple versions or iterations of the same project in case something happens to one. So let's say I've saved 5 times and I have save 1, save 2, save 3, save 4, save 5. So I did save as and give it a different name each time so that I have 5 versions of my save. And if version 5 for some reason fails or goes corrupt, I can go back to version 4. I don't have to start all over. So while I'm editing, I do save as. When I'm done editing, I pack and I archive it in all the files somewhere else. So that's what I do, and that's what I would recommend. You don't need to pack it while you're working. You just pack it when you're done and your project is all over. You've produced your video, because what you should do is produce your video when you're done, review it, and if it's good, then pack your project, because that produced video will be in there with the packed project. So DD's Fin Den says, howdy everyone. Howdy. You from Texas? You know, Texas, we do things like that in Texas. We say howdy. Chasing My Asian Queen said, when I do interviews, I use 3 cameras. I put each into a timeline. One is picked for audio. Is there an easier way to pick which clip to use other than cutting and removing from the timeline? Thanks. Well, I don't know. I mean, if you're only using... So here's my question to you. I mean, I'm trying to think through your scenario. You got 3 cameras. You got them all on, but one of them, you're using the audio from one of them, but you're using all 3 video feeds, or you're just using 2 video feeds and just the audio from that one camera. Me, personally, I have a Zoom. Don't recall off the top of my head which version it is, man, but I have a Zoom recorder, and I use that to record my audio. So whether I'm recording an interview, whether I'm recording at an event and I'm plugged into the soundboard, I'm always using my Zoom to go ahead and either capture and record the audio from the soundboard or capture and record audio from an external mic that I have hooked up to an XLR. I recommend getting separate audio and using all the other audios from your other cameras as scratch audio. That to me gets you the best quality audio, and then you don't have to worry about separating it or cutting it from any clips or anything like that. So my recommendation to you is to get a dedicated audio device to record your audio to. One that has XLRs and also the can't remember which millimeter the plugs are, but they're right in the middle of the XLR in most of them. So that way, if somebody wants to do a line in to your device, or you want to do a line out to something else because you're using it as a mic, you can use that feature too, and the XLRs. So Zoom has some great ones out there. Check them out. I recommend doing that. It's just going to get you the best quality. Oh, Heterogeneity Rock says, LOL, sounds great to me. Love the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we got Heather, also says, love the channel. Thank you, Heather. Appreciate you. Okay, we got Dee Dee's Fin Den says, Malik, I love your videos, lessons, really helping me make my videos much easier and better. Thank you so much. You're very, very welcome, Dee Dee. Yep, there's Steve Bo helping out. I'm not even going to read it because I already talked about it. So, you know, just helping the brother out. Peter says, I just posted an action shot on the Facebook group. So, just in case y'all don't have access to it. Looks like a lot of y'all, Steve, my man Steve already jumped on in and checked it out. But I guess I can go ahead and pull it up. Those of you who don't know about this group, if you have Facebook, I know everybody doesn't have Facebook, but if you do, then you can go ahead and look up this group. I think it's about 8,500 strong right now. So we got a huge community of people out here who love using it and love talking to each other, sharing things, yada, yada, yada. So here we got Peter J. Milner. You see moderator, head moderator in charge with his beautiful Sony A7S III, 100 to 400 milli lens on there. And he's got a Tour Racing. Sweet. Look, this dude right here, man, he got the gear for you, the editing suite. Got the beautiful stuff going on right now. This man gets down for his, and he's serious about his editing and his video production. So appreciate having him as part of the community. But check it out. Nice shot here. Sweetness. All right. All right. Wasatch Reality says, I keep losing parts of my video even though I'm constantly saving my project. So not really something I can really help with, unfortunately. I can't see what's happening or what you're doing. I know it's not hard to save. All you gotta do is go to File, Save As, and give it a name, and you should be able to save your project. But when you say like you're losing part of your video, is it like the last thing that you did? Is the the save file corrupt? Is it just not showing up when you when you open the PDS file back up? Is your project not the same as when you closed it out? I need a little bit more info on that. All right, let's see. Oh, that's cool. So Paul says they still aren't working with Cyberlink. They answered a request from me. So that's strange that I still had some on there that looked like I had functionality for them. So, And then Paul also says, I bought Essentials 2 through 7. NewBlue generously reissued the ones I bought, plus the free ones. So, you're going to have to hit me up, Paul. Let me know how that went down, how you did that, because I would love to be able to go ahead and do that too. I wonder how long it will last, though. But they're a great company, man. If they did that, that's pretty dope. But I mean, you can hit me up. Facebook page, users group. You can share it with the users group, whatever you want to do, man. It's good. I love it. And B said, how do we download NewBlue effects again? It's completely gone from my third-party effects. So basically, the only way to download it will probably be what Paul did. It's probably have to go back through NewBlue and ask them to go ahead and help reissue or help give you the files again or something like that, because there's no real place to go get them again now. So kind of out of luck on that one, man. KRDP says, hey guys, what's up, KRDP? Now, just while we're sitting here, just kind of lollygagging around, we hit the halfway mark about 6 minutes ago, just giving you some notice. But as long as we're here doing our thing together, I want to remind you guys that I love the fact that you guys all come into my community that I've created. You're part of it. You're contributing. You're watching my videos, spreading the word about PowerDirector and my channel. It's all love. I truly appreciate you guys. If you can, please feel free to hit me up with a super chat, super sticker. If you do those things, they help support the channel, help me continue to be able to make videos that help you do your thing and get better at editing and using PowerDirector. So if you have the capability to do that comfortably and live your life, please feel free to hit me up. Also, if you can't do a super chat or a super sticker, if you rather get something in return, I do have gear. Most times as you're watching at the bottom of these videos, you'll see some gear. Or if you're watching any of my tutorials, you'll see some of my gear from my PowerDirector merch. Feel free to pick that up. It also supports the channel when you buy those things. So appreciate the love, love, love. All right. Back to the show. Heather says, well, GT gotta go, but thanks for answering my question, Lee. You're awesome. That's what I do. That's what I do, Heather. Let's see. KRDP says, at MB, I believe you can actually download them through PowerDirector software if you have internet connection. However, I'm no longer sure, but I believe you can, because that's how I would do it or find it. I don't know. Don't know if that's possible or not, but if it is, good to go. Yeah, I agree with that part. KRDP says you could find another way. You can find it somewhere online, but then you got to worry about malware, viruses, blah, blah, blah. Who needs it? All right. Let's see. Oh, I guess Steve looked up that Dell computer, huh? Yeah, he says one Dell is sadly, I feel that the Dell 9020 Optiplex doesn't have the power to do much graphically with it. Ideal for viewing, but not creation. So great thing that he looked that up. Your boy Steve is in the house. Now, that's a common mistake a lot of people do. And I hear the comment a lot. My computer's brand new. Yada, yada, yada. Don't matter if your computer's brand new. If you got a computer that is made for like browsing the internet or looking at videos or whatever, and it doesn't have the power to edit videos, don't matter. people make a mistake of buying things and thinking because it's new and it's shiny and it just came out of the box that it has all of the specs that you need. But this is why companies like PowerDirector put out system requirements and system specs. So when companies put these system specs out here, they do it for a reason, to make sure that you look this stuff up before you buy. Research. Research is like one of the most important things that you can do, man, before you buy something. I don't know how much research I do. I do a lot of it, though. So here you got the system requirements for CyberLink PowerDirector 21/365, the subscription. Keep in mind, these are minimum requirements. So when you see these things, these are basically the requirements that you need to run the program, right? There's also, if you read between the lines, you'll find sometimes that it might say something like, you need yada, yada, yada for 4K, or, you know, something like that. Let's see. So operating system, if you're on Windows, you need 64-bit, of course. You got your CPU processors. It says I series. But of course, if you go with like an i4 series, if they still even make those, it's not going to be as good. It tells you right here, full HD video Intel i5 or AMD Phenom 2 X4 above is recommended for full HD. So that's what I was talking about before. Sometimes it'll tell you, like, if you want to do full HD videos, you need this. But if you want to do 4K, 3D, or 360 videos, they recommend an i7 or AMD FX CPU. So to Steve's point, if the processor on that Dell 920 wasn't like a Core i7, you're probably not going to be able to do 4K on it. And like I said, most people got i7s. I have an i9 processor on mine. It's an older one, but it's still... Once again, you look at this. So your graphics card, look at this, 1 gigabyte or higher virtual RAM and OpenCL are recommended. Okay. But here you got NVIDIA, you got your AMDs, and then you got Intel. All right. You got your screen resolution, your memory. It says 2 gigabytes required. That's all you need. But it recommends you have 8 gigs of RAM or over. Like I said, I recommend 16. I have 32. I know people out there with 64. It is what it is. But these are minimum system requirements, right? So just keep that in mind. These things are created anytime you want to buy any program, okay? I always recommend going and looking at the system requirements and making sure that your machine or the machine you're going to buy can effectively use the program. Not just use it, because if you just go with all the minimum specs, it'll start the program and stuff like that, but you'll eventually find yourself hitting a bunch of roadblocks because it's not powerful enough. So all right, let's see. More than a Numa says H-Town. What's up? What's up? What's up, H-Town? Hey, love Houston. We just got back from Galveston, as a matter of fact. We just went on a cruise. A lot of my peeps out there know that, but you know, Houston, we had to drive through. We've been there a few times. I love that place, man. Behind the 8 ball said you could use noodles using only one camera as a B-roll. Let's see. Just looking at some of these comments. All right, KRDP says, I'm loving the content and I've learned so much from you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Always feels good to know that I'm helping people out. That's one of the joys of doing what I do is when I go through the comments and I get to respond to people who are thanking me for a video that I made, or just helping them out with something. It's all love, love. My man Paul always hit me up with the epic super chats. $15 super chat for my man Paul. Thank you for always supporting me, sir. I appreciate you, man. Peter says, personally, I use Rode or more recently, Maker Heart Audio Kit. He also said, set autosaves in the preferences as well as doing save as regularly. Yep, both of those things. Definitely. And if you haven't seen, I just made, see, this is the thing, man. I just made a video about what was that video about that I just made? These are the things, man, when you go, and I know I just made a video about like, let's see, scroll down here. Rendering, right? Basically it was about fixing fast video rendering options and things like that. And I talked a lot about saving videos as well in that one. So, check that out if you get a chance. A lot of good information in there for you guys. All right. Hog One Media says, what's up, champ? Thank you for your videos. What's going on, Hog One Media? Steve said, Malik, did you get those AI photo links from Cyberlink? Can they be accessed without going through the email? AI photo links from Cyberlink? Nope, I didn't get those. So, if you got them, share them. Let me know what's going on with those. Never seen them. But you know me, man. I don't, Cyberlink don't like to play with me too much. I usually got to reach out to them for stuff, and if I do, they're very receptive. And, they help me out, when I need like some programs to give away for like a giveaway or something like that, or I got questions on something, they're usually very receptive to me. And I do appreciate that. But no, I did not get the link. Maybe it's just a promo or marketing email or something that I didn't look at. I don't know. Let me know. More than a Numa says, what's good time basis to edit a video for content? Should you take more than an hour or less than an hour? You should take as much time as you need to make what you want to make without having waste or unneeded shots or long drawn out shots and scenes and things like that. Let the story tell itself and make it be as long as it needs to be. If it needs to be an hour and you're being efficient with your shooting and your composition, then it should be an hour. If you feel like you watching it and you want to turn away, then you probably shouldn't be an hour. Maybe you need to tell your story differently. Maybe you need to edit some things out. If you find that you're able to keep the audience's attention for that whole hour, then it should be an hour if it needs to be. That's just like a movie, right? You should think of your video that you make that is no less worthy than a Hollywood movie from a perspective of someone wanting to watch it because you're creating something for a viewer, a specific viewer, a niche, a person who wants to see that type of content, right? So if I want to go see I don't know, that new movie came out, 65, right? It's about going to a planet, I guess dinosaurs, first humans. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. But if I want to go see that movie and I'm interested in it and it can keep my attention and tell a story that I want to follow and find out what happens at the end, I should be, if I can sit there for 2 hours, then it was worth it to me. So if you're going to make a video and you're going to be able to keep someone's attention, tell a story that they want to find out what happened at the end, and they want to learn more, and you're not being wasteful, and you know your scenes and shots and everything are crisp and precise, it could be however long as you need it to be. Rocky J Sports says, you have helped me so much with getting better at PowerDirector. Thanks so much, Professor. Much love. Much love to you too, Ricky J Sports. I know I said Rocky. I meant to say Ricky. All right. Rich H is in the building and says, hi, Malik. And I also got an epic $7 super chat from my man, Rick H. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate the support, my brother. It means the world to me, man. Hogwarts Media said, I have a A10 PC from Walmart, and it was crap. I had to update the CPU to i5 RAM to 32 and HD from 250 to 1 terabyte SSD. PowerDirector is the only full functioning program that requires low system. Yeah, I mean, sometimes we buy these things and we're like, damn, you know, buyer's remorse. Made a mistake on that one. Go back and fix it, do what we can. Woo. Steve, Big Daddy, coming up in here with the 64 gigabytes RAM. Okay. Go ahead, boy. Let's see. Just trying to see. You guys are having a little bit of fun on here talking back and forth. I'm gonna let y'all do that. Ricky J Sports says, Adrian. Sorry about that, bruh. I liked it. I love it. All right, let's see. Christopher Robinson says, hey, man, you helped me so much during the early days of YouTube. Yeah. Back in the day. Remember them days, the early days? I didn't even start. I wasn't even like on the ground floor coming in with YouTube. But, man, you know, I was in the early days, though. You know, and I wish I would have got in on the ground floor. Shoot, things have changed so much since then. Had my channel terminated for a hot minute. Had to get that fixed and come back. All kind of stuff, man. I've been through the ringer. KRDP's got to bounce. All right. Thanks for coming through. I'm about to bounce too in a minute. We running out of time, people. We got 7 minutes. So, while I got these last little 7 minutes,
It's everything you wished for. Your site traffic is skyrocketing until this happens. Be careful what you wish for. Build your site on a platform that's engineered for success. So as traffic spikes, instead of overloading your servers, your site infrastructure scales to handle it. Backed up by tens of thousands of servers worldwide, maintaining 99.98%.
I'm going to show you how to make the matrix raining code effect using PowerDirector. It's time to take the red pill. First thing we need to do is create the text using a free photo editor called paint.net. I'm going to go to File, New, and we're going to make a small canvas for this. So we'll go with the width of 100, and we're going to go with the height of 300, and we'll click OK. We want to zoom in so we can see this a little bit better. Now I'm going to go down here to the Layers section. We're going to click on Add New Layer. I'm going to click on this background. I'm going to show you how to make the matrix raining code effect using PowerDirector. It's time to take the red pill. So, we are coming to a close, my friends. We got 4 minutes. I just want to send a shout out to everybody in here. All of you guys for coming through and supporting me, coming through in the live stream. Peter J. Milner, special shout out to my man for being my head moderator in charge. Special shout out to all my regulars who come here every single week. You know who you are, baby. And to all of my newcomers and first timers and sometimers, appreciate you as well. You need to make yourself a regular and come every single week and check out what we got going on here in this community. So, oh my God, no, you didn't. Hold on, two comments before we get out of here. First of all, Crown Adventure Network. Hey, Malik. What's going on, Crow Adventure Network? I'm saying words wrong all day. Crow Adventure Network. I know. My man's in here all the time. But someone else who's in here all the time, cranking and yanking it. What did you miss? Oh my God. You come in here with 3 minutes to spare, my friend. Asking what did I miss? I'll tell you what you missed. Everything. You missed every freaking thing, cranking and yanking. Oh my God, I love this guy's name. I don't know why. I know it has nothing to do with my nasty, dirty mind. Like, but still, I still love the name, and I'm always gonna enjoy saying it. All right. Let's see. Oh my goodness. All right. Thank you, Top 40 Researcher. Appreciate you, man. Always coming through. Fanfic Universal Macros. Thank you, my friend. Check out the video. And cyber editing. We gonna make that money. You know we do. All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. See you next.